only have protection right now, so
So, I plan on just getting you armor and a great weapon.
uh, yeah. Give me 1 second. I mean, my AC is like my unarmored defense is pretty shit. I'm not gonna lie. I have like a 15.
Hilarious.
We get him plate.
I can't rage and plate.
You
Oh.
cannot rage in heavy.
Yeah, I need like scale mail. I think.
I think we
Yeah,
can get him
so medium armor and great weapon.
Yeah. Let me look at what other fucking
like,
fighting
just a
style I
long
want
sword
real
and
quick.
shield.
Wait.
Are you guys headed to
Is-
the armory?
Yeah. Is scale mail not? What the fuck? Hang on.
Scale
Yeah,
mail
mail
is
is
medium
heavy.
armor.
Yeah, but it only
Scale
gives you an
mail is
AC of 14.
It's
Yeah,
cheaper
because
heavy
it's
armor.
it's cheaper.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is it's just a flat 14.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I
Is it
believe
not?
it's
Scale
It's-
mail?
it's
Oh, it's
two.
14
It's
plus your mod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus mod maximum 2.
So, okay.
I could
I think
half plate, and that'll be 15 plus 2. And I could still rage.
As
But
you guys
disadvantage on stealth. My fault.
As you guys head to the armory, you notice that it is under the ship, sort of closer to the back section. You see those now empty pods that were there,
Oh.
and you see also like barrels upon barrels of basic weapons, and then you see like sort of in the very back there display cases, sort of more like museum setting.
Display cases full of.
Items, magic
Okay.
items.
I'll check those out.
Yeah.
I'll
Why not?
spoil
We'll
my
check those
money.
first. I assume they're back here, so no one's actively using them.
Then
I mean,
they
it
have
is
a,
an armory. It's probably all this stuff is at the ready for whoever needs it.
And also,
They-
you're the captain. What are they gonna do? Say, "Oh, fuck."
Hey, City.
uh-huh.
Can my second fighting style be superior technique?
Is that the one that's available to you?
Yeah. You learn one
Oh yeah.
Battle
yeah,
Master maneuver.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's cool.
based.
Oh,
based.
real?
But so as you approach this sort of back section of the ship, display cases have an extra set of armor from heavy armor from Sir Voltrus.
Vortis?
Yes, Sir Vortis. You see a pair of cat earrings. So earring, one is missing. And you see a greatsword.
Wait, repeat that. I'm sorry.
Heavy armor, a pair of cat earrings, and a great sword.
Or
What
not
the-
a pair, but a cat earring.
What is a
single
cat
and a
earring?
Good question.
The greatsword that you see is
Wait, what is a cat earring?
you don't know.
Oh.
I
Is it-
put the
is it just an
earring
earring
in.
with like a cute little cat? Like, is that it?
It looks like a little cat paw.
I
Oh,
put
okay.
the earring in. Just grab it, just jab it through my fucking ear.
You
Damn.
put it through your
It's
ear.
not
You
just
you notice you did have an earring hole though, actually.
Oh,
Wait,
that's
really?
something new.
And
I don't say that. You just see like a little bit of surprise when it goes in painlessly. I'm like, oh shit. All right, fuck.
you start to visualize a place. It's someone's wallet. You're seeing wherever the most money that doesn't belong to you is at the time, you can just sort of visualize it.
Wait, what?
That's convenient.
The
Wait,
thickest-
Nameless totally used this.
Oh, that
Yeah, this-
bastard.
Yeah, this is Nameless's.
Listen, I'm not saying a lot, but I'm saying if Nameless never got out of jail, not everybody in current company would be upset about it.
I just for the sheer like sake of like I don't have to, but I feel responsible for getting Nameless out. Like whether it's busting her out or clearing her name, I've got to do one of the two. Speaking of which, I have actually yeah, I have an extra stop to make today.
Okay, wait. So you said there's a
there's
great
heavy
sword and
armor.
heavy armor?
Yeah, it's a great sword and heavy armor.
Yes, the greatsword, you can only barely call it a sword. The grip resembles an anchor, and the blade isn't even really a blade. It's this writhing, very much so still alive tentacle. Very thick, very big.
Yeah, I've played the Dragonborn DLC. That's Mirak's sword.
Crying. This is a start, but I'd like to have a shield at
Yeah,
least.
that's why we're here.
We can get a shield. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be a shield in the armor,
Copernicus, how much
anyway.
gold do you have on you?
Like on
Did
my
you ever
immediate
say you
person-
went to the bank?
He was just told that his money was gone.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, from the Flutterlies. Like,
Oh no, I got rid of all. Well, I didn't get rid of it, but all of my. Have I told you about the Make a Wish yet?
in character, I don't think so, actually.
Oh well, I very quickly explained the Make a Wish Foundation to you, and that all of my money has been circulated into the Ocean Drome economy. So technically, we don't have access to it anymore, but it at least went to good use.
Okay.
That was a little passion project of mine.
Yeah, no, that's fine, I guess. Your money, you do what you want. Does my coat, like, do I have, like, an inherent knowledge of what I put in it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I don't need to count. I can be like, I have 5,494 gold in my pockets.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Because I kind of don't
In your
have a
brain,
single
you
piece
can
of currency
feel
on my
every piece.
Yeah, everything that I put in there. I assume if there's other stuff in there. Wait, no, it's a handy haversack. It's not like a bag of holding. I can just check.
Yeah. You can also just check.
Yeah.
There isn't anything else in there, right?
Unless you put anything else in there. No, but there was nothing in his pocket.
I'm actually just gonna take defense as my fighting style, because
Presumably, he used to
It'll
keep
make
his
more-
knives
make more
there,
sense.
and he pulled them out when he was fighting.
I think
you guys.
Superior Technique would be very fun. It would give you an extra control option.
yeah, the only thing is it's just one, whereas permanent AC boost is gonna be
That's fair.
Yeah.
better in the long run.
I mean,
Okay,
you're a
so we can go
barbarian,
get
so you can
Thatch
hit
the rest of his stuff.
Yeah, I
Anybody
can
else
take
need
hits,
anything?
but-
I don't.
Trying to get a
I
good
don't
AC.
really need anything. I
Okay.
was only here to see if I could find a proper weapon for Thatch.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. We should probably sell this armor because I can't really use it.
Well, it's not necessarily
This
for
is
you.
Vortis heavy armor? Yeah, no. This is the Joy Bomb's property.
Oh,
It's this is our rainy day.
And you
Bank.
see, the title of the greatsword is Mindbreak Hentai.
nigga,
lying.
I'm not
You're
putting that
fucking-
in.
You're actually lying.
No.
I hate you.
What's the average cost of like some? Thatch, you need medium armor then.
Yeah.
So what would be the average cost of like a good medium armor and a shield?
Breastplate is 400 and it doesn't put disadvantage on stealth, so
Yeah,
it's pretty fucking good.
Okay. So I will give
And
Thatch.
50 gold for a shield.
I'll give Thatch 500 gold. Thatch, take this. Get yourself a shield and some armor,
Oh,
so that you're not useless.
what about my
Wow.
short sword? It doesn't matter. You know what? I'll just take one.
Take one what?
One of the
gold?
short swords.
No, wait. Do they have one here?
Yeah, they have. You
They have we have just
Okay.
regular armor. What we're
you
looking
have
at right now is
normal
the
shit as
the
well.
dope shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
in the
okay.
Oh, wait,
back
no,
you
I
can-
don't need to give you 500 gold. I'm sure there's just regular fucking. There's a breastplate lying around.
And then you see the rest of the sort of casings are empty.
Oh, someone else is presumably using them.
Yeah.
Is there like a ledger?
Shield.
Under some of them, yes. And there's a ledger with the name of the weapon and then who owns the weapon.
Who owned this great sword?
I assume.
Fortis.
Sir Vortis owned it.
Which
Okay.
one's Sir Vortis again?
He is the old man, sort of wearing like traditional knight armor with
Is-
a lamb.
Half
He was
plate
like a surely
available?
good fellow from the Havoc Neshma.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he's in Havoc Neshma.
Is half plate available? Is there any?
Like regular half plate.
Yeah.
In the armory.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it-
Yeah, you see, there are cases of half plate armor back here.
Okay.
Okay, so no money necessary.
Yeah, you guys are well endowed.
Thank you.
Bro, what the fuck? Hang on.
Oh, we pressed.
Oh, and I'm gonna grab a fucking backpack
Do I
because
need
I don't
to-
got one.
Copernicus.
battle?
Huh?
Do I need to shrink you again?
I think I might have a I might have a way, a means of
Mm.
managing myself today.
City.
Would you?
Oh, my fault.
Sorry.
No, go for it.
Would you do me the honor of the two of you? Did you need to? I was hoping you would accompany me to the interview with Ace Almanarch before we try to stand trial with the USA. But before that, was there anything the two of you needed to do?
Nothing here.
Okay. I'm going to need to do something real quick, and I hate to abandon the two of you, but for the sake of stealth, I would prefer to do it alone. It'll take me no more than, hopefully, a short walk's worth of time.
And what are you trying to do?
Sure.
I'm going to talk to Fervorous. I was talking to him earlier before we went to the armory. I was going to ask him if he could like outfit me with some like wrappings or just a way of like covering myself up so I just don't emit light. And also, I'll ditch the hat and I'll ditch the duster coat for today just for the sake of discretion because I feel like those two things are really just giving me away as Copernicus.
How different do you want to be?
I don't need to be different per se. I just need to cover myself up. Maybe like a hood, a face wrapping.
Oh, is that all? And you see him. He was getting out what seems to be a makeup kit, and as you explain what you need, he sort of puts it back into his bag. Ah, a different set of clothes. I see. 1 second. And he is going to go, sort of into not
That makes me look real stupid.
into the big like sort of room, and he comes back and he has a like kids, not kids, but like like bad Halloween quality pirate costume.
Shut the fuck up. Nice.
It's,
I easily I put it on.
it's for public assassinations.
Really? This gets you behind enemy lines?
No, for when you're killing someone in a crowd, maybe a child, and you need them
Jesus.
to stand still.
Huh.
It's
Anything a bit less noticeable? Maybe a bit more
stealth. And he is going to go back and pull out these all black
Air Force
wrappings,
Ones.
very similar to like almost ninja wear. And then the sandals, and he says, "This is for we used it in our last set of assassinations."
nice. I like the sandals, but I don't want to be too terribly picky, I'm sorry, but anything to blend in, like in a to make me not draw eyes.
I see. And he
Part
is
of it.
going to sort of pull things together, and he is going to come back with what looks to be a very basic sailor's, like, worker's uniform.
That'll do it.
Alright.
City, does this greatsword have any magical properties?
Why, yes it does.
Huh. So I actually have to name. It's named what?
Mind break hentai.
Mind break hentai.
It is named Mind Break Hentai.
I can't believe you just looked up my fucking search history to find it.
Crying. What the fuck does it do? Is magical, right? So it has a fucking +1.
It is a +1 great sword. Excuse me, a +2 great sword.
Oh, word.
It deals 1d6 worth of bludgeoning damage, and then afterwards it will deal, excuse me, bludgeoning damage, and then afterwards it will deal another 2d12 of cold damage.
Nigga, what? Hang on.
Sword
Okay,
sounds good.
okay. So I need to change the formula then to 1d6 bludgeoning, 2d6 cold, 2d12 cold?
2d12 cold.
Jesus.
Goodness gracious.
And homie's not using that sword anymore, which means he has a better one.
does.
Real havoc
He's got the
measurement.
sword I made for my king character.
He has a Vorpal Moon Luck Blade with Dwarven Thrower and Holy Avenger properties.
I had a great sword that on a crit cast Cone of Cold.
Do you add the mod to the cold or just the bludgeoning?
Just the bludgeoning.
Okay. And then fuck. Where do I
Yeah, it
get
seems
the
like all weapons you have
+2
modifier one.
attack roll bonuses, right? 2?
Yeah. Oh, and yes. Additionally, once you hit someone with an attack once on that turn, you can have them make a strength save or be pushed back 5
Nice.
feet.
Okay.
Battlefield control.
Woo!
I'll be right back.
Ooh, do you think that would stack with Battlemaster's pushing attack? Like it would increase the movement speed?
For just a strong shove, that sounds cool. I'll allow it.
Of course, I'm saying like in the specific scenario that if Forrest took superior techniques, like he was talking earlier, and
yeah.
took attack. That was just
Yeah.
me theory.
Okay, let me make sure this shit is working right. God damn, nigga, and that one is a fucking 11?
It's fine. It was a test. Oh yeah.
Huh?
Huh?
Huh? Holy shit, bro. That's fucking tough, dog. What do you mean? That's fucking spookum dookum.
Yeah.
21 damage.
Imagine critting with that.
It's a bunch of dice.
Is there
Dice.
any... Man, now add my strength, or my fucking size plus my rage, and then Tensors on top. Holy fuck. Is there anyone in this armory? Anyone working down here or anything?
You see just basic inventory men.
When Redrin gets back, I want to ask him some kooky, crazy, wacky shit.
And you guys gonna head to... Where was it that you wanted to go? Next?
I personally, like, I told Redrin and Fetch that I need to do this myself for stealth purposes. Now that I've been outfitted with a pretty discreet, like, you know, when I think of, like, because currently I'm thinking of, like, the time and place, like, the era-appropriate equivalent of, like, you know how, like, Marvel characters will always do that thing where they just wear, like, a really nondescript disguise outfit? Yeah, that, but, like, it, you know...
Yeah, you're
one
in
with,
a
like-
you're in a sort of grimy, like, was once white and blue, is now meh and bloody, like with blood spots on it, sailor uniform.
Yeah, one that like won't draw eyes and also like covers my face and my head and my.
Yes.
I have gloves for the hands, long pants and long sleeves, all that. So I'm not emitting light.
Yeah.
Maybe out of the cracks of like where it doesn't cover my face, but also it is midday, so I'm kind of banking on that as well.
Yeah.
But I am going to go to Myrtle's.
Okay. And you arrive at Myrtle's. The shop is open. There are, you see like other customers here that are sort of buying out the last of this month's batch.
Okay,
Of
I'll wait. I'll wait until they have left, and I'll kind of just, you know, give it a minute and let things slow down. I'll
Oh,
let
what
her
can
do
I?
her business and get her money.
She sees you walk in. And says, "Oh, Captain, what can I do for you?"
You noticed.
I'm good with faces. Plus, I can see look at the way you align your spine, really, and you kind of talk and walk the same way all the time. It's a very distinct pattern that you have, really. It didn't take me very long to memorize it.
Huh. That is concerning because I'm currently trying to not have people know that I am me.
Oh no, I'm just a freak. It's very hard to hide from me.
Okay. Speaking of hiding from people, I was wondering if you could do me a really, 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 really big favor.
I'm just a
Maybe. Well,
freak.
absolutely, gladly.
I appreciate it. Do you have invisibility potions in stock?
I sold my last ones to your friend.
Ah, crap. How long would it take you to make 2 of them?
Well, I've got some things in my inventory right now, and usually I'd say, fuck off until next month. But I really like you. You're kind of my boss. You give me a lot of money, so we're gonna move it up into the queue. I could probably get it to you by give me 2 days. 2 days, I can get you 2 invisibility potions.
2 days. Okay.
That's
that
how long
works.
it takes to just it. I could make more than 2 if you'd like. I have the material for like 6 this month.
Don't worry about me. Keep the rest of those for the spies and the assassins. Personally, I will only need 2, and I will touch back base with you in those 2 days to let you know if I still need them. It's very likely that I will, but depending on how things go between now and then, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good talk. Stay safe.
I love
I
you.
I am a wanted man.
No, it's such a big bounty.
Yeah.
I might just feed you poison and have you die and then turn your body in. I'm just kidding. I would never do that.
I put the gun back in my holster.
Sick.
I'm
Well,
just joshing with you.
Everyone's got some humor today. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna head over to a place. See you later. Ooh, and I just ran out.
Arrivederci.
Oh fuck! I need to get another Denden Mushi.
Denden Mushi.
And you go. You, Redrin, and Thatch are heading to Aces.
Who?
Hey, someone nurse.
Oh yeah.
I bust in, I start calling them slurs.
You.
Whoa!
That's just
You-
still just seething, by the way. Like, definitely in a shit mood.
You head across town to the former sort of shipping district, flying ship district in this case. You see that there are still shattered ships there. It's sort of in the process of being cleaned up, but they're untouched. You see a very basic sort of cobblestone building with a long antenna along the top, and a lot across it you see the Ocean View Chronicles.
Okay. This must be our place. Ready to do some press?
No.
I guess, if you make us.
Well, you two are my partners. I wanted you to be, with me.
I'm gonna be entirely honest with you, Capricornus. I'm a little scared about putting myself in the public eye because I don't know what
Well,
I've
wait,
been up
I'm
to,
s-
but
yeah,
apparently
you're-
it's not good.
You know what? You're right. I'm terribly sorry. I did not think of your needs. I was only thinking of you as my partner and not your own person. I'm so sorry. If you don't feel comfortable putting yourself in public like that, I will not make you go in there with me. The only reason I wanted you to is because the way I see it, we're in this together. But if you, I will easily and duly comply with your wishes to not present yourself if you don't wish to.
I'd be happy to wait outside. If you need me, you can contact me. How long? Wait, actually, let me check something.
Well,
Um.
I was about to say, waiting outside. I don't want you to get snatched up by any roaming USA associates. That might
Yes,
have
the
an
Denden Mushi. He has the sending stone.
What if we
I'll
just walk
come
into
in. I'll come inside, but I don't
What if we just
don't
walk into
necessarily wanna be
Aces
part
and
of the
there's just a guy with like a really long white coat and a hat, and he just pulls out a golden Din Mushi?
I don't know what the fuck a
Good.
Din Din Mushi is.
Basically,
It-
I'm saying,
It's
what
what I
if we?
base my sending snails off of. It's the communication system in One Piece.
Yeah, they talk via snail phones.
I gotta go.
This
Yeah,
is
what if
all.
it-
This is all filled to the brim with One Piece references.
What if they do a Buster call on us?
Yes.
Good.
I've only
and-
seen like 10 episodes of One Piece.
We know.
To be
Entering,
fair, we're
you
kind of
see-
throwing it around in your face. That's our
Yeah.
bad.
Entering, you see a busy mail room. There are people everywhere, mostly humans, some elven, operating these very fast-moving sort of printing presses, writing very, very classic, like old mail newsroom, very chaotic. They are discussing, like having meetings with each other, and making the newspaper all in one big floor room, with a sort of another room higher above in the back with shades. You notice,
Shades.
like shaded window, tinted
Okay.
window.
I'll kind of like, now that I'm inside, I'll walk up to the nearest person and be like,
Yeah, there is a makeshift sort of front desk.
I was invited by Ace Almanarch himself for an interview, I believe.
And who are you? You
I
see,
take off my hat and my face covering.
and he, upstairs. He was waiting for you.
Thank you. Have a good day. I look over at Thatch and Redrin. I say, you two don't have to come. You can wait here for your own safety and privacy.
I
But if you want,
will come. It's fine.
are you sure you're in the mood to do a interview, big man?
I'll be fine.
All right. Well,
And heading up, you see that closing the door behind you, this place is soundproof.
Nice.
And you hear this sort of radio jingle for a moment. You know, dun-dun-dun-dun. And there, sitting in the center, you see a large what you would know as GIF man, like
yeah,
GI.
Yankee.
No, not GIF Yankee.
Zerai?
GIF, the no, not GIF.
Oh, the
Zerai.
hippo people, the GIF
hippo
with an
people,
F.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
And he is sort of there, cigar in one hand, sort of sitting at the desk making sounds, and he says, and he sort of puts one out on his sort of messaging system that you see above him. Copernicus.
Mr. Romanarch, is that you?
Yes, sir. This is Ace Almanarch. Pleasure to meet you. We are live.
In my head, I like to imagine that, like, you said there was a radio chime earlier. In my head, I like to imagine it's like those modern stations where it's like, welcome to M94.3. Sounds of like a car crash and like dying.
Yeah, but you
Please no.
hear- But he sort of looks at you and gestures you to the seat. We are live on the radios, speaking with, and he sort of pushes the microphone over to you.
Copernicus, good to be had on. Did Redrin come with us, by the way, or did you stay in the lobby, Redrin? You're muted,
I am
by the way.
staying in the lobby.
Okay, I got you.
Yes. And your friend is.
Thatch.
Rage incarnate.
Well, I have.
Thatch
with
is
me
on his villain arc.
the captain of the Joy Bombs, out of hiding after God knows who long. And there's one thing me and all my viewers are begging to know. Are you a member of the Illuminati?
What?
The
Illumawati?
group of high earners, a family of rogues that's responsible for nearly all crime all around the world.
Who was hiding?
I can't say I've ever heard of the term Illuminati before. but like you said, I am in fact head of the Joy Bombs. I made that very clear when I usurped their previous member who had gone under the radar of apparently most regimes and governments around these parts.
And just what the fuck are you, Mr. Copernicus? I'm sorry, but I have not ever in my life seen the night sky in a person.
Well, to be frank, I'm what the rest of you are. I'm a man. Regardless of if I am a ever-combusting amalgamation of hydrogen gas sealed inside a tight seal of plasma layer. I am a man,
Tight.
nevertheless.
He's tight.
Well, you're definitely not a human. You're
That
definitely
is
not an
correct.
elf.
We're not a human either.
Did you descend from the stars and little man? Are you angry because of the bounty that was placed on you and Copernicus's heads?
Yes, they took my money.
Who is they?
You know. You know.
The USA?
Yes,
That is correct.
those rat bastards.
Does this mean that they have already placed you under arrest for your crimes, and are those crimes accurate?
No. No one's putting us under arrest. I'm like leaning past Copernicus into the mic. No one's
Like
putting
a
us under arrest.
One Joe Rogan guest. Well, what my friend here is saying is true. We are not under arrest, we are not detained, but we are, as you said, under a bounty. Now, I do plan on standing trial with the USA to
You
alleviate
plan on
these
standing
issues.
trial,
Yes.
but you miss the first one. Does this mean that you choose to take a trial on your own terms, where you choose the date?
Well, there were complications. I was originally planning on not going to trial. However, they forced my hand. And as somebody who ideally wants the people around me to function autonomously, regardless of my leadership, when it started affecting them, I felt the need to step in. As for why I wasn't able to make the first trial, it's a very long story, but to make a long one short, my friend here was abducted, and I simply left town to see if I could go get him back. Not by the USA, by strange magical means, completely outside of any of this situation going on.
We're all used to the strange and magical. We live on the beautiful continent of Prolux, ain't that right?
Exactly.
Now,
Yes.
what is your relationship with the Flutters? We've seen a few of them transcripts. And there's
I am
reason.
aware that Miss Flutterly has skipped town due to some investigations by the USA involving her making financial donations to me and my compatriots.
That just looks at
Well.
you like very angrily. Nobody's business.
No, it's fine. This is all going to become very I can only imagine public once we go to court over it.
Well,
because I do plan on what?
Alright, never mind.
I do plan on bringing this up in court anyway. My relationship with Miss Flutterly is one that soon the USA will very hopefully obviously realize is one not forged by the fact that I am a joy bomb, but that I at one point was conspiring against the previous leader of the joy bombs, known as Encephalon.
Encephalon.
That's right.
Who was he?
He was a man that wanted to sacrifice
He's the man that
the
killed all those
entirety
people.
of Oceandrome. Who?
You said that during your speech, I remember.
Yes.
Does that mean that this Encephalon is actually responsible for all the crimes the Joy Bombs have done for the last 200 years?
That would be correct.
And how are the joy bombs gonna change when you're involved? You gonna
Well, to be
register them as a
completely
company,
frank,
publicly trade them?
well, to be completely frank, I'm hoping that any watchful eyes have already noticed some changes. The joy bombs created a institution, an offshoot known as the Make-A-Wish Foundation, to funnel funds into the economies damaged by the 600 deaths at the hand of the death of Encephalon.
I see. And do you have any names in mind for the upcoming election?
Not yet, but get back to me on that. I wouldn't exactly consider myself a power broker, but
A power bottom.
I do want to have a, like I said, I want Oceandrome to be able to function autonomously and thrive, even without my help. I don't want to take control of the community. I simply want to help it do what it's already been doing.
And would you happen to be a drama knight? Are you from Oceandrome? Why did you come here to begin with?
For me,
Do
I.
not tell him you're an alien.
Right. Well, I cannot disclose that at this time, but I am not from Oceandrome, no. I've simply gotten comfortable here, and also had a lot to do. Dealing with Encephalon was kind of the culmination of that. Ideally, once the USA takes us to court and I have, hopefully, Miss Flutterly as a witness, some more light will be shed on Encephalon and his previous relationship with Oceandrome, and why I am an improvement.
Hold up. It looks like we've got snails coming in. Would you like to address the audience?
By all means.
And he puts the sending snail sort of upside down, and you hear someone hello?
Thatch pulls out a blunt and starts smoking.
Jesus.
Hello?
You want to do some
Yes. Yeah.
Mr. Copernicus, you claim that you aren't responsible for the things that have been done here, but the joy bombs operate in shadow. We're supposed to believe that some Encephalon did all this? I personally don't believe you. I've never seen anything like that happening here. But I have seen you and your friends the last few days running around town. And then, all of a sudden, the ship is ready to set sail. And then, all of a sudden, I wake up to see it crashing to the ground. And then, all of a sudden, I wake up and I find that my little girl is gone. And you are not from here. You're not human. So, it's safe to assume that you fucking have something to do with it. And then on top of that, you said you were the new head of the Joy Bombs. This could just be pathetic rebranding after an experiment gone wrong.
Thatch grabs the mic. I'm from Oceandrome. I'm the reason we came here. We are the heroes. You people should be thanking Christ that I am who I am. I'm the only one who can save you.
I am not like the rest of you.
I'm stronger. I'm smarter.
I'm better.
I'm
I'm
better. I mean, that's the people you're talking to right now, you know? So, it might work.
I'm once Thatch finishes his epic speech, I'm gonna gingerly take the snail from his hand and I'm gonna hold it under my chin and say,
Who's Ginger?
I am no hero. Never was, never will.
I'm just a
be.
yodel with a hammer.
I
Shut
am
the
not going
fuck
to tell anyone that I am. I know for a fact that no matter what I do, it will never make up for the 600 people who died when Encephalon died. I know that no matter how much evidence I provide to you, it will not be necessary consolation. All I can do is ensure that I am able to keep doing what I'm doing rather than getting locked up and sent away, so that hopefully, in due time, I can make it up. The 600 people who died were at the hands of Encephalon's death. We still need to figure out how he did it, but on the night that he died, he alone caused the Joy Bomb ship to begin falling out of the sky, and also he caused the heads of 600 people to explode as a failsafe. I can only imagine that due to his status as a Mind Flayer, both of these things were telepathically or psionically linked to him in some way, shape, or form.
Oh no, he's going the racist
What
route.
What is a mind flayer?
From what I know, a Mind Flayer is someone who is connected to the far realms,
Oh.
as Encephalon was. What?
Sorry, it looks like we've been cut off. That was
Probably by the Mind Flayers who currently have grounded every ship.
Ooh, conspiracy?
I'm not sure what that was. My systems have stopped working. One moment, and you see Ace sort of take a leave and head to the back of there now.
Immediately I stand up and I grab my shield. We should go. Let's go find Redrin.
Can I roll?
Outside. Or, I mean,
Can I take a peep at where, so the room that Ace Almanarch went into, can we like see anything in there? Like, does it look like a?
No, you cannot.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of put my hand on my hip, like where my gun holster is, and I'm gonna whisper to Thatch, if he is one of them, we need to deal with him here and now.
Not that he's one of them. I think those assholes are here. Probably to capture us.
And you see Ace step out and he says, "That's weird. It's an arcane fissure. It's like the battery blew on our transmitter. But
Does he
it
look?
doesn't look like magic. It looks like I don't know what the fuck it looks like, honestly.
Does he look calm right now?
Insight
or does he look like he's
check.
trying to hide something. Yeah, I was about to say.
He looks confused.
Okay. I look over to Thatch and I say, if they're here to get us and they cut it off, then that means they're outside, which means we're trapped in here.
Which means we should grab Redrin and leave. And I like, there are windows, right?
Yes.
I gesture to the window and then to my wings.
I'll check. Mr. Almanarch, this has been a wonderful interview. I'm sad that it had to be cut short, but we might have some problems. If your means of recording and broadcasting are broken, then that means this can't keep going, can it?
No, it can't. Can we reschedule this? Maybe, I don't fucking know. It's gonna be a headache to replace these parts. What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened?
I
This
don't
is
know.
an interview now, and he gets out a pen and starts writing. You started mentioning mind flares, and
I look over to
the
Thatch and I
line
just say,
cut. That's
I
not
look
what
over to
it is.
Thatch and I just say, go tell Redrin about this. I'll be there in a minute. And I look back at Azomanarch and I
I
say,
put my hand on Redrin, Copernicus's shoulder and shake my head. We shouldn't split up.
you're right, I'm sorry.
Call him on the... You have the sending stone I gave you, right? And I'm like,
Oh yeah, all
calming
three of us have a
down.
Stone, don't we?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
No,
And
There's only
it's gone.
as you
Remember?
as you guys are sort of talking amongst yourselves, suddenly the sending snail emits this static buzz in the air.
Aces or mine?
Aces.
Oh, okay.
And you hear in something identical to Encephalon's voice, but with an added sort of tinge of static. You hear a Copernicus. You have stopped the efforts of the Hive. For that, you will not also, or excuse me, with that, you will not also ruin our plan. Do not speak the names of the Mind Flare. And the static fades out again. And Ace is sort of like violently writing down every
Yeah, I was
word
about to say,
being
Ace, write that
spoken.
down.
And he said, "Declaration of war of these Mind Flare types, huh? That's what that's gotta be, right?"
Ace, this information might be dangerous for you to know, but
I am a reporter,
you're right. His
and
plan.
this is news.
I was trying to tell you earlier. His plan. The previous leader of the Joy Bombs. He wanted to sacrifice Ocean Drone to something that they call the Hive Mind, or the Mother Brain. I can't remember. It was one of the two. But they were going to take them on a great journey to the Far Realm. He had convinced the Joy Bombs they were going to defeat a Kraken. But he wanted to sacrifice this city to some kind of
And
hive.
at
elder,
some
something.
point, he moves from writing things down to a typewriter and starts clickety clacking away at it.
I'm gonna kind of like start stepping away with that, and I'm saying, okay, I'm gonna assume that's juicy enough for you for now. We'll reschedule this when you have all your stuff fixed. I need to get in touch with Reggie real quick. It's been nice meeting you, and I kind of just like start running out.
All right, and you head out. Redrin, you see them sort of run out of the room. Redrin.
Yeah.
There he is.
You say, yeah?
Is
With that-
Redrin good when we get down there?
Yeah,
I'm
you're
there.
good. Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. So we reconvene. What do we see when we open the door to the front? Like when we step outside? I
You-
assume the.
You see the newsroom still busy ablaze. It's as if time was like things just resume as normal.
Okay.
They weren't really aware of what was happening because it just sounded.
So now that we're all reconvened, I'm gonna say, well, it went very interestingly, Redrin. I
Yeah.
think we might have some new eyes watching this. Our interview got interrupted by what I can only assume are either more Mind Flayers or allies of the Mind Flayers telling me to stop interfering with their plans. Now the real question is, we still want to go to trial with the USA, right?
I mean, it's either go to trial with them or
Destroy them.
yeah, stay in the shadows, hide. We'll need to create separate bank accounts, or alternatively hoard any money we do get physically as opposed to in a bank. Though also, shouldn't a bank maybe offshore accounts? Is that a thing? I don't know.
This is the United Nations, not a. So presumably this is a World Bank, so it's very hard with a one currency system. So, not
Yeah.
really.
So the only way for us to secure any sort of funds will be able to hoard it physically, which makes me uncomfortable.
I know who it wouldn't make uncomfortable.
Who?
You better call
Fetch.
Saul.
Oh.
Oh.
What's
Oh,
that?
true. We could also just launder it.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
technically, that's what I was doing with the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
You pass by a sleaze.
But yeah, so if we want to get... This is mainly for you two, actually, Thatch and Redrin, so that you two can get your 50,000 gold back, is the main reason I'm doing this trial.
Well,
If I'm
34,000. Yeah.
Right. If I'm being completely honest, I know this is mostly about me, but I don't really have much of a stake in this. I just want to make sure that, you know, the two of you have what you need.
I don't care if we kill every assassin that the USA sends after us. I'm like still shaking.
Well. So, Thatch, I understand your frustration. Look at me. Look at me. Look me in my eyes. I understand your frustration. And where you're coming from is valid. But we basically have two options here. Admit to being criminals, and then fully commit to that lifestyle. Or attempt to be, known criminals, but unconvictable criminals. It doesn't matter what they know if they can't prove it.
The difference is, if we go to court over this, I'm not going into court with the expectations of being able to clear ourselves from any possible blame. Plausible deniability will definitely be able to stop us from being thrown in jail right now, but in the future, they're going to definitely still want us to be taken down. However, if we go to court with them now, the one thing we can do for absolute certain is clear Miss Flutterly's name, given her association with us before we were with the Joy Bombs, the motivations behind why she gave us that money, and if we tell the USA all about Sir Encephalon, and if we clear her name, then we can make sure that the money she gave to you two was money that was in good doing, and is worth giving back.
Well,
Because it's your currency, not Joy Bomb money.
That's true.
here.
But also, they can seize our assets based on,
I'll say
whether or
this.
not we should be incarcerated.
I begin
Not
to
necessarily what we have or haven't done.
calm down. I say this then. If you are hell-bent on the route of going to court, maybe try and hold it where you gave your speech. But
Public court?
do it a few days before the ball. Just hear me out. We bring as many joy bombs as we can, and we put them in the ship, and you simply hold the ship behind us. Let them know that we won't go down without a fight. And then, if things get too hairy, we simply hop on board and go to the ball.
I don't mean any disrespect, but I don't want to do that.
That's fine.
I think
Just a
bringing,
suggestion.
for lack of better words, what is, given your context clues here, intended to be an army for combat to a court hearing is, well, don't get me wrong.
Genius?
If we do end up declaring war against the world government, it'll happen. But I'd rather start court with the intention of clearing Miss Flutterly's name. That is my main goal here. Because if we clear Miss Flutterly's name, and remove her from any suspicions of being associated with the Joy Bombs, and only us as pre-Joy Bomb members, then that means she doesn't have to be in hiding, and you two can get your currency back, your personal funds, ideally. Because, all in all, that 50,000 gold wasn't anything about the Joy Bombs. It was a quest reward, like an Adventurers Guild or something, or a sponsorship, or a donation for charity. And any way she wants to spin it is up to her. I just need to get in touch with her and let her know that I'm trying to clear her name.
I mean, sounds like a solid plan to me, but
Whatever you want to do.
probably get some legal counsel.
Just know I'm not going down for this shit.
I get it. I don't plan on exactly giving myself up to anything either. But we'll play it by ear. What did you have in mind for legal counsel, Redrin?
I don't know. Well, we have two options. One, obviously, I'm not super familiar with the legal code. We could try and find that out and collectively
Well, you
represent
seem to
ourselves.
really know your stuff. You
I
presented
know-
some excellent ideas.
I know logic, but I don't know the actual law.
You know the Bard logic?
Isn't he
He's
mixed
mixed,
like
by the
Obama?
way. No, but I know I can use logic and rhetoric to a point, and I'm pretty good at when I know what I'm trying to say, saying it in a convincing manner, but I don't literally know the law, so in case there are loopholes and fucking writings and all sorts of other things that might indicate something else. Maybe we can, in fact, be arrested for the actions of the previous leader of our organization based on some legal precedent. I don't know that.
Legal
I mean,
precedent.
personally, I think we just need to stick to the two foundational ideas that we have brought up so far. One being that we cannot be responsible for anything that we have not directly commanded the Joy Bombs to do, especially before we were over them. And two, everything involving Miss Flutterly and her relationship with us before we were Joy Bombs, and what she knows about Encephalon, and also, you know, explaining Encephalon and everything he tried to do.
Well, the best thing to do might be to simply refuse to be held accountable for the actions of the previous leaders of the Joy Bombs, as we are not them. If we show up to trial, that could be an admission that we are willing to be tried for it.
Well, I mean, I'll have to reread the, oh, Thatch burned it. Just
Thatch burned the what?
remember that. Letter of summons.
Yes. I said, fuck them niggas.
Hold up,
Hear
there's
me
fresh
out.
banana
When
bread
we-
for me upstairs. I'm gonna go grab that.
Ooh. Here we are. When we first show up to, when we first get to the scene, we'll make sure that there aren't any non-disclosed, non-verbal agreements that we have to make other than the ones that come straight out of our voices.
Our mouth hole.
Hopefully they can agree to that.
Where are you
Damn.
guys headed now?
I need to find a way to get in touch with Miss Flutterly, so I'm gonna see if I can go to the Flutterly estate and see if anyone is left there. Maybe like the butler.
Okay, and going there, you see it's there.
The estate
It is normal
there.
outside. Yes.
Okay, so it's not like raised to the ground.
No. But yeah, and you knock on the door,
Yeah.
and after a
Ooh, I
moment
heard
you,
that.
you hear a hello. Redrin?
Yep. It's Copernicus and Redrin and Thatch.
Mm.
Are you here with Miss Flutterly?
She's still gone. We don't know where she is. I was actually hoping to come to see if any of you knew how to get in contact with her.
We don't know where she is either. And
Damn
he
it.
sort of opens the door, and he and Liam are sort of standing together.
Liam! She left you?
I don't know. She went out to
This
run
isn't
some
her
business
fault.
and didn't come back. And then that news about her working with you came out.
We're so
Um,
sorry. Well, that's why we're here. We intend to get back with her and clear her name.
I fear she may have been kidnapped.
Kidnapped? You're telling me she didn't escape on her own?
No, she left she wouldn't leave Liam.
That's what I thought.
With that news coming to light, her involvement in the death of Encephalon, her having paid you immediately after it happened, I fear that
The Mind Flayers.
the families may have some.
family?
You killed a rogue leader
That is true.
under her order.
You really think the rest of them are that mad about it, though?
I can't be sure. I don't know them. They're criminals.
You're right. Maybe I shouldn't have started looking so far from home in terms of the solution to this problem. Thatch, Redrin, we might need to go back to the Joy Bombs and see if we can get in touch with the others and get to the bottom of this. See if any of the other families were behind it.
Well, maybe we might need to shift our perspective of the important things we need to do. You think we might be able to agree to set a trial date like a week or so after the family ball?
The reason why I'm so apprehensive about setting a specific trial date is because I feel like we kind of need Miss Flutterly to be present at that trial. So I want to make sure that she's back safe and available before I set a date for it. Because if we set a date and we don't have Miss Flutterly, we're just giving ourselves a deadline to be able to actually get Miss Flutterly for wherever she is.
I'm starting to believe that maybe we should just refuse to be tried for crimes that we could not have feasibly committed. How old are you? Like 5?
Well,
Days? Weeks?
technically, I'm way older than that.
Yeah,
In this
conceptually.
physical form. Well, I mean, on a cosmic sort of level, I guess I'm like a couple weeks old. But also, I had a consciousness long before that. Just not this body. Well,
This body.
you know what I mean? But you understand why I don't exactly want to set a date yet, right? If we do, we're giving ourselves a deadline. A limited amount of time to find Miss Flutterly.
Yeah.
I'm only 13.
Wait,
Are you
what?
really?
Yeah.
Really? You're 13 years old?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that explains so much.
I'm a grown man.
I feel like that opens my eyes. I get it though. Wait, Reginald. Yeah, I never mind, Reginald. You know how old you
Yeah,
are.
I can't answer that
I'm
question.
a grown kobold.
How do you look? Like I look at how old does Reginald look?
I'd
Feeling
say
matured.
46.
Has he gotten any wrinkles yet? Any crow's feet?
He's not really graying. Maybe. No, honestly, because like if we're thinking about who he would have been, I feel like there's not really any like emotion lines or anything like that on his face. Maybe, maybe the slight beginnings of some wrinkles on the brow from like constantly being furrowed. Like if
Yeah,
when people
yeah, I
think they
get it.
furrow their brow like that.
I'll kill it. Throw it at you.
What the fuck, City?
He's talking to Deontay.
Yeah, throw it at him. Throw it back at him.
But like
Oh,
the beginnings of some wrinkles, whether that's due to like extended periods with those facial expressions, or if it's just age, it's kind of hard to tell. But he doesn't look. He's not beginning to show the signs of old age, but he doesn't look. He's obviously fully grown into himself.
Okay. The way I see Copernicus
He's in
is
his like late 30s, maybe.
age or his like maturity is
Late
that
20s,
yeah,
30s ish.
I see Reginald as like early 30s. Mature, like just barely past the fully developed stage. The way I see Copernicus is that he's had a brain for like hundreds, if not thousands of years, but not a body. And he's had a body for like a week. So it's funny like that. Because that's the best way I can like describe and imagine his existence as a star in the sky. It's just that he had a brain for several years that could like randomly receive like neuronic signals, otherwise known as like the solar winds, rather than the electric signals that a brain gets.
I know we were in the middle of another conversation, but Copernicus, did you come straight from the heavens and then end up in Bethlehem's laboratory, or were you around before that?
Well, I've been around for a while.
Yeah, but like
I used air quotes
physically
for that.
on this planet.
Oh no, I fell out of the sky. I honestly, now that I think about it, I can't remember what made me fall. Maybe my star died, something else happened. I have no idea. But either way, I remember I was like half conscious, half asleep, and I just plummeted into the ocean, like off of Ocean Room. I think I saw Udric's lighthouse actually, now that I think about it. But I fell into the ocean and I got fished out by some guy who put me in a tube, and well, I was too tired and too confused to really do anything, but I kind of just like chilled out and just stayed still, the way I am used to, for a couple days, and then you guys kind of like waltzed in, and I finally started hearing actual voices instead of just weird stuff muffled through salient fluid, and this jackass was talking about running experiments on me and stuff, and and then he tried killing all of us, and we killed him back.
Yeah, we're pretty good at that. Okay, I was just curious because I didn't know if you'd actually been around. So like, I was just curious if anybody had ever like tried to read your memories before and wondered if they like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but if their mind basically explored. Because previously,
Actual
do you,
projection.
do you have like you observed pretty much the universe from your position in the stars.
Technically, yeah. The way I can best describe it is, imagine you're just like kind of sitting in a really, actually, no, think about it this way. So, you exist from the perspective of being part of communities in cities, civilizations. You interact with them. Imagine you're like in an airship, you know, that kind of like flies over them very slowly and just sees them from a distance. And you can make out small details here and there. You can figure things out. But you're not close, so you don't truly understand how it works or what they do. Yeah, I just did that with a few planets for thousands of years.
Few planets. Wait.
Wait, no, I don't want to accidentally create lore. My bad. That
No,
was
there
just
are
basically
other
going.
planets. There are other planets. There are
Okay,
other
yeah,
planets.
okay. So there are other planets.
Is
Yeah,
that
man,
common knowledge on the on planet
No,
we're on?
that is not common.
Okay, so I
knowledge.
kind of did just drop a bomb there.
What? You mean other planes?
Yeah, other planes, right?
Whatever you want to call it, yeah.
I will say if you have like a college level education, you would know that there are other planets. It's just it hasn't like people know about it, just not everyone knows about it, you know?
Yeah.
Your random like Santruscan or not Santruscan farmer doesn't know that there are multiple planets.
You don't know that there's multiple planets?
13-year-old.
Fair. I don't remember a lot. I don't know what kind of education I received.
You might have known that at one point, but
Not anymore.
Man, I should really get my memories back.
I'm not sure if you want to. It sounds like the way you talk about it, it sounds like not very much fun. Honestly, the more I think about it, the more I kind of relate to you on that. I can't remember how I fell.
I don't know how we would find that out.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
But you remember before you fell, yeah?
I remember. Well, I remember it in an obvious sense of like it was the only thing for me for a very long time. It was kind of just the same thing. I mean, occasionally I would see like an extra sparkle pop up in the universe. Or
Yeah, but you remember being
that was cool.
cognizant before now.
Well, cognizant in the way of like you couldn't like very clearly, you know, hear everything. You just kind of existed in this state of being able to perceive the things around you as existing, not the details of them.
Yeah. Are you the only star to have fallen?
You have any idea how many stars are in the universe, son? There is no possible way I can know that answer.
7,642.
Really?
I counted.
Wow. You are good.
The ones that I could see.
Crying.
Well,
Do telescopes exist?
Yes, they do.
Oh shit, so maybe a lot more than that.
oh wait, you're what kind of druid are you? Shepherd. I don't know why. I keep wanting to think you're a stars druid. I don't know why.
Well, I don't really use my druid features too much because I am just a 3rd level druid.
Yeah. What do you mean you have the totem?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's like peak druid feature. Number
The,
one.
the main things I can do with being a circle of shepherd druids is the totem, and then I can summon my wild shape as a familiar. I can cast find familiar with my wild shape, basically.
I mean, any druid can do that as attached as a
Can
wild
they?
druid. Yeah.
Oh.
That's a base class feature.
Yeah, like, I don't do much with my druid abilities. And then I kill camels, apparently. It was up to them,
Yeah.
is the lie I tell myself.
I mean, technically that's true. There was
We
no
don't know for
realistically
certain, though.
feasible way we could have saved 2 camels that were being eaten by a purple worm from a purple worm.
What's a camel's intelligence?
Probably like -3.
Probably like 5.
5 is pretty high for an animal.
5 is
I
like
mean-
the literacy threshold.
Maybe it's. Actually, I assume the brains of animals and the brains of people just work differently. So what a person.
Oh,
can do
yeah,
with
that
5
is true.
intelligence and what camel can do with 5 intelligence are 2 very different.
Camels have an intelligence of 2. Actually, you're right. They work different because there are beasts that have a higher than 5 intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the giant
Like
eagle has an
dolphins.
intelligence of 8. I remember that because the giant eagle is smarter than Grog. Because I remember
Yeah.
that joke being made in.
Crying.
Anyways,
Mm-hmm.
what are we doing?
All of this
I think-
conversation has been taking place in front of the fucking Flutterly house.
I like to imagine that we're still in front of her wife and son, just having this very long discussion about like the universe,
Like
And
conceptual
just having
origins.
an Irish story. Yeah, just getting very off track.
Liam's just sitting there like, please, for the love of God,
We
find
need
my
to get back
mom.
to we're working on it. We need to get back to the estate. Maybe we can get in touch with some people to see if we can reach out to the other families. Shit, would the other families even tell us if they kidnapped Miss Flutterly? Would anyone tell us if they took Miss Flutterly? How the
Wait,
hell are we
where's
supposed to
the-
reach out to her?
What's the bodyguard, the Warforged butler's name?
Robot nigga.
Hold up, I had this written down. I have to check my.
Wait,
notes.
no, I'm stupid. We're literally here at the estate. Maybe we can look for evidence.
Are you good at looking for evidence?
I have a high investigation, and you have a high perception.
And I am very dumb.
So maybe we can look for footprints, broken things, sign of a break-in.
Wait. More importantly, the Flutterlies are the cream of the crop. In
The
form
cream of the cock?
Listen, I'm a little drunk. I'm slurring a little bit. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Um,
That is a good point, though. If Miss Flutterly did get kidnapped, if it was from her own home, there would
not
have
just
to be
that, they're the technological leaders of this area,
They
right?
are.
So if they have any form of detection, whether it's in the form of cameras or magic, yeah, security devices. That's what we want to look for if we're gonna go this route.
Like a scrying orb camera.
Yeah. Have you played Baldur's Gate 3?
No, I know. You know, I was giggling, but I was being dead serious. I wasn't making fun of the idea.
Well, you guys do this.
Damn,
I'm
Spartacus, you're
gonna
onto something.
hang out with Liam.
His
You can hang out with him.
Of course.
his name is Wiccan.
His name is Nigambockum.
Like the X-Man, the bisexual son of Gambit.
Yes.
Not Gambit.
No, Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maximoff,
Wicked.
I hardly know him.
Maximoff. That's
Yes.
funny.
Yes.
Did Mrs. Flutterly ever install some form of security device that maybe has been overlooked by potential other investigators?
None that I would be aware of. None that I would be aware of.
Where's the head?
Have any other investigators or people come looking to see if they can figure out what happens to Miss Flutterly yet?
A few, yes.
Hey, where's Thorn?
We have not let them in the house. Would
Mhm.
want to disrupt anything. She was very particular about leaving things as they were.
Do you mind if we have a look around? Also,
Purely to
where
see
is
if we
Thorn?
can find out where she went. Also, where's Thorn?
You have been very good to us. Thorn is still with the Valkyries. They did not return him. They did not return him.
I need to clarify something with you, City. Are you saying that after in the robot voice, or are you correcting yourself into the
I'm
robot voice?
correcting myself into the
Okay.
robot voice.
That's fine. I just needed to know which one it was.
Yes. He is still gone with the not the Valkyries, excuse me, the Harpies. Harpies.
Not much we can do about that. We did promise to return him.
Who's Thorn?
Long story.
Were you not here for that?
He was not.
Oh, Thorn was Liam's bodyguard who has had a unfortunate breakup with his body.
What?
He was a head, and then he was a body.
So you're trying to find him and rescue him,
No.
I assume?
No, we made a deal basically. We were trapped. Long story short, Batch and I crashed on an airship. Another nameless tiefling, which is not the same one, correct?
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
No,
a
it's a
tiefling,
different
it was
one, it's a different
It was
one.
a satyr.
Yeah. It was a yes, it was a satyr. Excuse me.
It was a satyr. So a nameless satyr tricked me, stabbed us, whatever. Not important. We found the other mind flayer, who that's how we knew about the tadpole things, at least a little bit. We don't know what they do yet, which we should research more into that. But we have a lot of stuff on our plate right now.
We do.
And then we found a temple with 2 harpies in service to, what was the name of the god? Knowledge.
The god of knowledge. Oh my god, I keep losing my notes. My bad.
Duke
but
of
it
Ming.
is Devmicrox. It's the same as the spy.
Yeah, that one. In service to them. That's where we found Liam, and his bodyguard Thorn was just a head without a body. And we did some stuff. We basically made an agreement with them that we would bring Liam back to where he belonged, here, and then return the head, which Thorn did agree with, by the way. We didn't just do that without his permission. And I guess he's been there since, because they're interested in figuring out what exactly is going on.
Yes.
Liam and Thorn spent some time in hell.
3 months about.
Wait,
Jesus,
Liam
really?
spent time in hell.
Yeah, he spent some time in hell. I think we went over this, but I can't remember the exact details.
3
That's why
months. I thought
It's
it's
been
only
3
been like
months.
3 or 4 weeks since we initially got here.
No, it's been a little bit.
It's been a while.
It's
It's
been 1 week.
Look at me. Nice.
God damn it.
You guys instantly die.
Goodbye,
I find my
world.
backup character.
I don't have one. So
Crying.
I guess are we? Do we have the green light, the blessing to start looking for maybe like evidence of break-in, possibly anything left behind, footprints? We're very hard pressed to find out who the fuck took Miss Flutterly and where. This is gonna be a difficult endeavor unless some evidence just falls onto us. But we gotta try. Because she's kind of integral to... I really want to clear Miss Flutter's...
She's
Flutter's
integral
name.
to our defense, because the only
Yeah.
other person we have to really argue for us is Myrtle.
But to be fair, like I said, the whole reason why I'm trying to stand this trial at all isn't even for myself. It's purely to get you two your money back and clear Miss Flutterly's name. Which... I mean, if Miss Flutter... Like, the highest stake in this trial is clearing Miss Flutterly's name. Because I know you two, like, I know Thatch really cares about his money, but also, if
I can
we
live
can...
without my money.
If we can find a way to have the Joy Bombs get their money back from the Dorians, which I assume that the Joy Bombs are trying to handle themselves right now, then the profit still goes back to us, and we can find another place to put it. And then you guys also have money again. We just don't put it in a bank account because...
Well, not at least a bank account that is affiliated with the USA.
We kind of just need to operate outside of
We just need to operate outside
the
of
IRS radar right now.
Fuck the IRS. Fuck the
Stuff it
IRS.
under our mattress, put it in a bag of holding, launder it, whatever is necessary. But yes, the main stakes that I'm trying to resolve with the trial: clear Miss Flutterly's name, get you to your one-time donations from Miss Flutterly back. But before that, we need to
gotta
get
find
her.
her.
Yep.
Yep.
Save her because we're good people or something. I think. I don't know. I'm just trying to get people out of my hair. I'm gonna be real with you.
You don't have any hair.
Technically, I do. It's not like hair, actual hair, but Copernicus has, like, if you've noticed, Copernicus has this like hair-like extension on his head.
He has
I'll see if I can find a
extensions?
reference image.
In my head, you've always been a light bulb.
Let me find a proper image of him without a hat.
Like, just dead ass.
He has extensions.
A standard fucking incandescent light bulb.
That's
Really?
what they-
Crying.
That's
light,
very funny.
light bulb with the universe in it.
I don't even see the universe. In my head, you're just like yellow.
That's so funny.
Crying.
Oh, wait, do you look like the stars and shit are inside of you?
I don't look like I don't look like a actual night sky. I look like a star, so I just look like a sun.
Yeah,
Like, I
that's why
have
you look like
the-
a light bulb to me.
Yeah. Let me just see if I can find a proper... Oh, this is a good one. This is like... I'll send two images. One is what his hair looks like with his hat on. He's on the left, and the other is what he looks like when his hat is off. I'll put it in general.
Yeah, but where's the one of him butt naked,
Nope.
twerking
there
and
is
covered in
lots of
oil?
photos.
Okay. So you've got a lot more shape to you than you did in my head.
Yeah, I'm humanoid.
I'm
Yeah,
crying.
like I mean, like your head, like
Yeah, of course.
that's what I mean by you were light bulb. Like
Yeah,
your
you straight
head,
up just thought I was a light bulb.
yeah,
that,
was
that
like
rocks.
screwed in.
That's funny. I like that though. That could be if this were a more sci-fi campaign or a more modern campaign. I might have just been a light bulb screwed into a body.
Honestly.
That would have been cool. But for now, I am just a sun person. Like a,
Alright.
think like almost like a solar elemental, or like a solar
I think going back into character, Copernicus, I think you and I have separate skills. So whereas I would usually say split up, I think we might notice different things in the same area. So maybe we should start searching together.
Yeah, of course. Especially if magical things are involved, you should absolutely be there.
I-
I think
well-
that's a great idea.
I do have the ability to detect magic, but I like gesture at all the very magical things I assume are happening in this mansion.
Yes.
It might be a little hard to tell what's what.
I believe in you.
Could I? So I don't have a literal mechanic for this, but I do have access to meta magic, and I do have the spell detect magic.
Mhm.
Would there be a way? No, I don't have detect magic, do I?
Ooh.
I mean, you're
I
a
have-
prepared caster, so
I am a prepared caster. Would there be a way to use not necessarily detect magic, but meta magic, and then whatever relevant spell slots you as the GM would decide to use my arcane knowledge, both inherent from the sorcerer and learned from the druid, to be able to determine anything that would be, or at least feel out of place. Not necessarily obviously, but things that would, as opposed to where, like, I'm sure there's some magical lighting in here and maybe some magical heating. Would there be a way to, like, separate those and determine sources of magic using
Yeah.
the meta magic feature and my ability to sense magic? My familiarity with it, I guess, is what I'm looking for.
Okay. Make me an Arcana check, and then use your max level spell slot.
Okay. So we'll roll Arcana and normal, 20, and then we'll go mark off the 4th level spell slot, which I don't have any spells.
nice.
And you feel this sort of like force weighing in on your eyes and nose as you start to know exactly where things are, and then immediately there's school of magic. It's very precise, essentially. You're not getting a vibe, you're getting like the outline of it in your head. And you take a deep breath. Make me a perception check.
And then real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and make a perception check. Do you want me to mark off any meta magic points? I have 5.
Yes.
Natural 1.
No.
I am going to use my feature. Wait,
He
let
has
me
a
make
feature.
Sure make sure I can. What was it?
The feature. A
Favored
feature
by the gods,
that
I believe?
features.
No, not favored by the gods. I'm looking for magical guidance. I believe it's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So that is, I can tap into my inner wellspring of magic to try and capture success from a failure when I make an ability check that fails. Is this an ability check?
Yes.
Okay, so I can spend 1 additional sorcery point to re-roll the d20 and
Okay.
use the new
Go ahead.
roll. Wow!
Whoa. That's not fair.
No
That is
way.
not fair.
It
Wait,
is simply
there a limit
fate.
to this?
It is simply fate, my
That is
brother.
not fair. That is not fucking fair.
I can do it again. Now, before I do it again, how many sorcery points did you want me to use on that first thing?
2, and then you just used 2, so you have one more sorcery point.
That only costs 1, so I'd have to use 3 on the first one, which I'm fine with.
Okay.
So
Or no,
that
it
would-
would be you have 2 left then.
I have 2 left. Okay, I'll do it again, I guess. If I roll another 1, Fredrin dies.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank
There we
fuck.
go.
Okay, the story actually progresses. Thank fuck.
You
Crying.
focus in, and sort of above you, through the wall, you see necromancy wasn't used there, but something something necrotic happened in the room directly above you. Like,
Is
The
Wiccan
residue of
still
an
with us?
item almost. Yes.
Wiccan, what's in the room directly above us?
That would be Miss Flutterly's quarters.
Could we check around in there?
I can't do that. No one is allowed in Miss Flutterly's quarters currently.
Addressing the room, whether it's Wiccan and Copernicus, if that's just paying attention, I don't know what he's up to.
I'm just hanging out with Liam.
There was some
Show me the crab again.
necromantic magic used in the room above us. It looks like from an item, not a spell, as far as I can tell. But I'm not going to be able to know any more without getting up there to check.
You've been good to us. I can break a few rules this way, and he sort of leads you in.
As
Upstairs.
we're walking upstairs, I'm just like, see, Regin, this is why I want you to be my lawyer. You're making it way too complicated. You already have the skills necessary. Just get people to give you what you need and convince people. It's not that hard.
And they lead you
I mean,
through
potentially.
this similarly sort of lavish hallway. You see the schematics of various ships sort of line the walls like paintings. You pass a few rooms, and then off to the left, you see a large double door. He opens it, and you see a massive bedroom. There is a sort of chandelier, not hanging, but more so hovering. Actually, like it's as if it's attached to the wall still. By the wall, you see there are real candles there, actually, as you see the wax sort of pools into this massive mirror that is formed towards the bottom, and then directly past that, the bed.
Okay, and then where I felt this source of necromantic magic, is there any like physical indicator? Like, is there anything like a scorch mark or rot or something?
This is located right above the bed, like, and it's sort of it's one of those, like, it has what would it be called, like curtains running down it on either side, and where those curtains rest, essentially, you roll me perception.
Can I also like start looking if we know
Yes.
what to look for?
Or excuse me, roll me investigation. Sorry, gave the wrong stat.
Right. So I don't know how you want to do it, but where's the description for perception? Fucking
Gross. I'm gonna re-roll that with Fortune's favorite. I'll be sure to expunge that.
it's different
Yeah, sponge it.
mechanically.
Okay, that's better. Unlike you, I only get one of those, so it was good that it actually was a high roll.
This is the second time you've rolled double ones too.
I know, right?
I feel so bad.
So
I'm very glad you actually got to do it again, because otherwise that would have just been like a big roadblock in the story.
yeah.
Nah,
So
I'm not dumb enough to keep a single skill check.
Yeah,
between
you're
you
right.
and
I should
Bob.
trust you more. I just have I have a like I've seen campaigns before where like literally like because of a couple of bad rolls, the campaign essentially just grinded to a halt. Like it was rough.
yeah,
'cause the
I've
DM
made that mistake jamming a couple times, like on my
Yeah.
first ones.
Yeah.
So investigation has it when you look around for clues and make deduction based on those clues, you might deduce the location of a hidden object, discern the appearance of a wound, kind of weapon, the damage, determine the weakest point, blah 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 blah. Whereas perception is lets you spot, hear, or otherwise detect the presence of something. measures your general awareness. So basically what I'm getting at here is, I don't know if you want to have us roll helping each other or separately. For instance, I'm not very good at investigation. I have a +2 from my.
You guys can
Right.
help each other and let somebody lead the investigation, but most of this would be investigating.
Okay.
Okay.
And in which case, I'd like to just, if you want me to make checks or not, just let me know. But I'll be using my perception to notice things to point out to Copernicus, who's going to be better at putting those clues together.
Yeah.
Okay. And
I
Copernicus, you
investigated, by the way.
roll a 24, and as Redrin sort of points it out to you, you look closely, and you see, whereas sort of the rest of everything is sort of clean, pristine, there seems to be a bit of oil right here, like skin oil, not person oil, like something that rubbed off of the bottom of someone's boots, maybe.
Oh yeah.
On the ceiling?
Yes.
Huh. Hey, Red. You said you felt some weird magic up here?
Necromantic in nature.
Is this the ping on your radar? And I kind of point right at the spot.
Does it? Is
Yeah.
it in the same indication? Like,
Yes.
is that the
It is
place
like
I'm-
it is like yeah, it is in that general area.
Do
And you
I-
said that this is like sweat or like the oil that comes off of skin?
Yes.
Does the
Why-
space around it does the space around it resemble like a print of any kind?
She has cloud shaped wallpaper running along the top. It looks very much so like the sky along the top.
My bad. Sorry. I when in terms of prints, I meant like any footprints or handprints or anything. My bad.
No footprints or handprints.
Huh.
You will notice where it would be, footprints essentially. Instead, like it's roughly in the shape of like the bottom of someone's foot, but smooth, perfectly smooth.
Bottom of
Do
someone's
I know any necromantic spells that would either leave that type of oil or flip someone upside down?
No, you do not.
Redrin, do you have any of that equipment left from Dr. Betham's laboratory?
I have a bunch of random equipment. I don't know what most of it does.
Like a doctor's bag? You
What
wouldn't
I
happen to
have-
have like any kind of antiseptic equipment, like a cotton swab or anything that we can swipe up some of this oil in, right?
Probably not, but I'm sure I have some, like, just cloth, if that's what you're trying to do.
Make sure it's clean.
Do I have
We
any
might
clean
need to-
cloth on me from, like, the stuff I've taken from his laboratory?
Yeah, he has some clean cloth on him.
For a second, a couple of different pockets pull out, like, a roll of gauze, I guess, like, for bandages, usually.
Yes, gods.
I'm gonna
And I guess I'll
swipe it up
hand
and
that over to you.
nice. I'm gonna do my best to swipe it up as much of it as I can, and I'm gonna put that like cloth with the oil on it in a container.
Okay.
Ideally, if the reason I was asking if it comes from if it was any of Dr. Bethlehem stuff is because as an experimenter and a doctor, I assumed he had some like antiseptic equipment and like very clean equipment. I hope.
Well, a
Probably
lot
not
of
the
his
story that's full of
equipment is in a
blood.
fiery, melted rag.
Yeah, I just know that you had some of his stuff on you, so I didn't know if you had carried like a doctor's bag or whatever.
I took anything that seemed like relevantly important. Like, I'm sure I left most of like beakers and various random equipment that I would find average. I nuked his place because I didn't want any more
You did nuke his
association with
place.
me.
Yeah. of
Which I
course.
don't think you know that from
Yeah,
me.
none of us were here for it. Well, yeah, you were the only one there when you nuked the building. Someone
Yeah, I'm
called
just-
the fire department.
Yeah, I'm just
Right.
not sure if you would have been able to find that out.
I mean,
Like,
none of
just
us have
like-
gone back there since then. As far as
Yeah,
Copernicus
but I'm
is
sure there's been like fire in the East End.
far as Copernicus is, Cap. As far as Cap is concerned, we just haven't gone back there because we don't want to.
Yeah, like, why
True.
would you? The last time we were there was someone associated with me there. That's creepy.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, no, we have the oil sample in a little container now, and I bring it back down to Redrin, and I say, this could possibly be something secreted off of
What?
whatever abducted
Why?
her.
Why you say it
Does that
like
make
that?
sense? What do you mean? It's oil.
Secreted.
Yeah, you secrete oil. That's what creatures do, right? I mean, I wouldn't know anything about that because I don't do that, but
I'm not there.
like,
I don't think.
you're
Well,
not?
Thatch is a lizard, so he wouldn't secrete oil anyway.
yeah, you're the only one with sweat glands.
I'm out here with my secretions.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
delicious.
so
That
there
just
was-
barges into the room. It's it's secretion time, and just begins licking your sweat.
So there
What
was
the
the
fuck?
roughly footprint-sized oil marks on the ceiling. Anything else in here? Signs of a struggle? Is the bed made? All sorts of things like that.
The bed is not made, and roll me insight. Everything is placed a little too perfectly. You notice. Like, this doesn't look like a place that was lived in, almost, which could be just because she keeps her place very clean, but this looks like everything was intentionally placed here to look normal, if that makes sense.
I assume there's like no dust in here, right? Because she has maids and whatever.
No, no dust.
Man, I fucking love dust. I wish there was dust here. Dust reveals all.
Interesting.
Dust does reveal all. But I just like as I'm walking around the room, just like looking for anything more.
Yeah. You
Copernicus,
notice
does
Yeah.
everything seem a bit too perfect?
Now that you mention it, the idea that she was abducted, well, you think she had to have put up some kind of fight, right? Especially if they had to go through the window, since we're not on the first floor.
If the Flutterlies are capable of making grav suits, surely she had some weapons in here or something for self-defense.
Well, I
That
guess
would have
we
made some sort of,
look around.
I guess we
Good-
start
good
going
call.
through like what fucking drawers and shit.
Yeah.
They just
So-
start trying her clothes on.
Sort of looking through.
I'm just cross-dressing. I'm just fulfilling some fantasies over here. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I
She does have a wardrobe with various suits and very pretty dresses. Looking through sort of cabinets, there's one sort of a trunk under the bed that opening it, you would see hooks to hold things, but nothing in them.
When you say hooks to hold things, do you mean like I'm standing up? Let me.
Like weapon hooks.
Okay, weapon hooks, not clothing.
Yes. Her clothing is untouched. Her bed is made. Excuse me. That's what I made earlier.
Oh, it is made. Okay.
Yes. Her bed is made.
Is Wiccan with us?
He is at the door.
Well, I guess Copernicus is still looking around, doing some more like closely investigating stuff. I'll stop. Wiccan, have you let any of the maids, whether automaton or
I'll be right back, but I'm
Organic.
listening.
have you let any of them in here since Miss Flutterly left?
No, I have not.
What time did she leave?
The middle of the night. I woke to find her gone, and I'm in. I woke from. I came to aware from stasis to find her gone.
Okay. Thank you. I'll turn back in and then To Copernicus, I'll point out that she did leave in the middle of the night, so her bed being made is even a bit fucking weirder. And Wiccan says no one else has been in here since she left.
Eh, I mean, just logically sounds like an abduction to me, given the oil on the
Who
ceiling. We should probably
who abducts someone and then makes the bed?
clearly somebody who didn't want anybody to know that she was gone. Oh shit. Now that I think about it, Mr. Flutterly might be right. The more I think
Mister.
about it, think of how perfect this is. Think of how clean everything is. That sounds like somebody with some finesse did this. You know? Like a rogue?
Yeah.
They did it in the middle of the night while no one was watching. They got no attention. I was really hoping it wouldn't be a rogue, but I think it might be one of the other families. I think Mr. Flutterly was onto something. The problem is, we're probably not going to be able to get that information out of them by making them give it up, which means we're going to have to figure out who did it ourselves.
What do we know about the rogue families? Right, they're crime syndicates, right? Much like the Joy Bombs.
Yes, brought together under one like big family roof.
Sorry, is it just the family or is it families?
The families. It's the families that come together.
Okay, so it's the families that make up the family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's one family
Okay.
of five
The
smaller
familial
families.
conclave.
The
Yeah,
Familia
the-
Conclave, thank you, is the one.
Yeah. And as far as the relationship they have with each other, it seems like they are not enemies, but they are rivals, from what I've picked up. Is that true?
Yes, roughly.
Yeah, because they go to the ball, they have diplomacy, they interact without, just trying to kill each other at all times, and they even visit each other's estates, but they seem to be operating almost competitively.
Almost, but they aren't allowed. You did hear, I'm not sure if you caught this, but that you aren't allowed to operate in places that another family is already operating in.
Oh, well, my bad. I meant like not like they not that they operate in the same places, but like there
Yeah,
are Mycelian mages at the Joymon estate. I meant like they
yeah, yeah,
visit each other and they are in the same
yeah,
places.
yeah.
Sometimes.
Mhm.
The Joy Bombs are part of one of those families, or they were with Encephalon.
The Joy Bomb is one of the five families that make up the
Yeah.
Conclave.
What do we know the other families?
You have
There's
not asked about them, but it would be easy information to learn for you guys.
Do the
We have
Flutterlies have any direct connections with any of the families? Is basically what I'm trying to ask. Because obviously they have some interaction with the Joy Bombs as kind of like a foil to them in Ocean Drum here. But I was wondering if they had any closer connections to some of the other families that might be like
true.
this might not be about us.
That is true.
Well,
It's entirely
I
possible.
assume this is a question that you would have to ask someone, sort of, or maybe if you asked earlier, we can reckon you guys asking earlier about some of those families, and I can give you a bit of a rundown on them.
I mean, we can always just ask like the butler or Mister right now.
Well, the butler's not gonna know.
Oh, well, we can always ask Mister.
I feel a mega shit coming on. I'm so sorry. I've been standing up, like holding this in, trying to wait for the end of the scene, but I'll be right back.
Go take your poop.
Hilarious.
Go take your poop.
Got my guap.
Yeah, like I'd say the Joy Bombs were the most known of the family. Most of them tend to operate in shadows. Unless you're like from a town that they like really, really operate heavily in, you're probably not gonna have heard of most of the families.
Okay. But now we know about the Mycelians because they have mages that work for us, and we know about the Dorians because they are financially safeguarding the Joy Bombs.
The Uben House is financially safeguarded. Oh, excuse me. Yeah.
The
I know what
Dorians?
you mean. Yeah, the Dorians intercepted your like wire transfer.
Yeah. But we have had no interactions with the Uben House or family number 5, which I don't even remember their name. I only know about Dorian, Joybomb, Mycelian, and Uben House.
The other two honestly haven't even ever come into.
I could have sworn Ubenhaus had like a minor role in
Desolate 2, yeah, they
yeah,
did.
that's like two. They were like a background group,
Yes, yes, yes.
but it's pretty much always been mainly either the Mycelians or the Joy Bombs that we interacted
Yeah.
with.
I guess I should technically delete it from chat, but there was a map there's a map in one of these chats where you can see where their territory for each family is.
Really? I knew about the map of Prolux, but I didn't know there was a map of that.
It's
I guess I
right
just never
below the
seen it.
map of Frolux.
Oh, hilarious. I guess I was just too concerned
It's
looking at
just
the
got a
map
bunch of
Prolux.
lines, but they were wondering where does who operate where, and I gave them a map of that.
Hi. Who's a good cat? Who's a good cat? Nah, you're evil. Are you serious? I swear, this cat like knows what I'm saying sometimes. I just said, not you, you're evil, and she bit me. Stinky bitch.
Oh fuck, I got that wrong as well. I said the Dorians. No, yeah, I got it right. Never mind. I
So,
was
yeah, my bad. Because I remember you saying it was the Dorians who intercepted. I just wanted to make sure that, like, that's accurate.
Yeah, that is accurate. I was just making
No
sure.
accidental wrongings were said.
What if I started jerking off right now?
Please don't.
Right fucking now. Yeah, fuck this. I'm jerking off.
I see we have honestly, I kind of like the direction that Arc 2 of Desolate Wake is taking. It's very mystery oriented and
Yeah,
also like drama oriented. I mean,
yeah,
to be fair, I guess that was kind of how it was for a little bit of the first before we figured out Encephalon's game. Actually,
yeah,
no, it was still very like exploration and combat oriented.
yeah.
We were just solving a
So
lot of
far,
problems
this
with
is the
words.
most stationary Desolate Wake group.
Yeah. I mean, we just have so much to do.
Yeah, you.
We just get like 3 or 4 side quests every session, and
Yeah.
we only end up
You're
completing like
also
one or
one of
two
the
of them.
first groups to not be randomly teleported somewhere and then have to
True.
deal.
Yeah, that is true. We do be getting randomly
I'm back.
teleported.
Hello.
Hello.
Where were we?
Is Forrest here?
Where was I? I was taking a shit.
He was taking a shit. He was pooping. Do you not remember?
Mm.
Where's Forrest? Is he
had
here?
to.
Okay.
Forrest said he was listening, but he'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
But
I got you.
anything else you guys are looking for here?
But the way I see it right now is if we have this oil sample, we can maybe, hopefully, with the use of either science, magic, or a mixture of the two, possibly trace back to what produced this. I think we could possibly trust the Mycelians to do this, right?
I mean, if they can't find anything, we've got a pretty intelligent, if somewhat unhinged alchemist in our pocket.
Oh yeah, you make a good point. I say we start with the Mycelians just because there's several of them, and they also, are part of a big family that can probably do a lot of stuff and have a lot of information.
Sure. You're the boss.
So I guess we will head back to the Joy Bomb Estate for once
Just
again.
before we
Mhm.
leave, let's do another once over here. I'm just gonna make a perception check if that's all right.
Okay.
Just in her room
Respectable.
specifically. Goddamn.
Yeah, damn.
Okay. And another once over. Roll me investigation, Copernicus, please.
Okay. Sorry, running back to my computer.
Well, I guess I should do this first. You notice along the doorknob as you're reaching for it. You take a step back as you notice that there is not something on the doorknob, but almost like the wood behind it.
Oh, it's come.
Ooh.
It's
Did it
gotta
come?
be. It's gotta be. Miss Flutterly was getting her freak on.
I guess I'll take
No.
another section of that gauze and wipe it off.
I mean, what
not-
is it? Is it a material? Is it a?
It's nothing to wipe off.
Oh, okay.
You see, it looks like a scratch mark, like
Ooh.
something, something was too big for the doorknob and sort of hit their fingers touched the wood behind it.
Too big.
Ash, do you have claws?
Yeah.
They look like thatch type claws or running through like a checklist of humanoid creatures I know
You're
about.
a druid as well.
Okay, yeah.
They look. Actually, roll me survival.
Survival. Ain't nobody proficient in survival. 8.
Says you.
They look like cat claws, kind of.
Cat.
I say out loud and
The
sprint out the
plot.
door.
The plot thickens.
Gotta be a Rakshasa.
Wait, do you say this as Redrin?
Well, let's see. We're making our once-overs at the same time, so let's have you, or unless I'm doing mine first, in which case I'll point that out if you want to put that investigation check under Copernicus, or if he wants to make another one after. I will point it out to Copernicus, though.
I'm gonna make another one after.
Okay, so what am I doing?
Investigation.
Checking out for further evidence. Okay. 22.
He points out these sort of claw marks you notice there. And Copernicus, you notice that on the doorknob itself, there's the handprint there. Like in oil, you know, in skin oil, essentially, with somebody without gloves.
Say it.
The like pattern on it has clearly been burnt off, which then also notifies you the ones above you were also probably burnt off. Not smooth, but burnt.
Interesting. Actually, I did not expect that.
I didn't either. Rakshasas are demons. They have something to do with fire, right?
I mean, I was mainly just... I don't think Copernicus would know this because Copernicus' knowledge of infernals is probably very limited. But for my own personal sake, I was just going to be like, is the print reversed? Like, are the claw marks looking like they come from upside down rather than from the top of the hand?
No, they do look like they're coming from the top of the hand.
Okay. Well, in that case,
Fuck.
I still think that this is possibly related to a rogue.
I think so too.
Especially since it's been burned off. That means somebody here is covering their tracks.
It was clearly done by a professional, which is something we can definitely both agree on.
Of course. This was no beast of the night. This was no monster.
Oh.
This is somebody with finesse and intelligence.
Quicken,
Yes.
you said you came out of stasis. Was that due to an alarm set off or a noise? What drew you out of stasis?
It was time for me to begin cooking breakfast.
Ah, that's less helpful than I was hoping, but thank you. What time do you cook breakfast?
I begin preparations at roughly 4:30 a.m.
Oh, man. I cannot imagine.
You do breakfast for the whole staff?
No, I do breakfast for Master and any guests that they may have over.
Did they have any guests over?
No.
Well, they did that one time we showed up and they were talking
No,
about
I mean like this evening.
Oh, right.
Evening of the abduction. Not ever.
Yeah. My bad. I was lost in thought.
Okay, so I guess we'll go pick up Thatch. On our way out, note the scorched handprints and...
And Thatch and Red and Liam are sort of playing. Thatch is like throwing up into the air and then catching them.
And then I drop him.
Yikers. I mean, I will definitely
Did
talk
he?
to Mr. Flutterly and just as a quick, like,
There is no Mr. Flutterly.
Yeah.
oh, he's gone?
He's
Yeah.
dead.
Oh shit, he is dead, isn't he?
He's been
I
dead for
completely
years.
forgot about that. That's my bad. I forgot. Yeah, my fault. OG.
Crying.
OG-some. Yeah, nah, my fault. My fault. Damn, so it's really just the kid and the butler right now?
Mm-hmm.
That's rough. You gotta get
Do
this
they
kid
have
mom
any
back.
other servants?
No, it's just him.
Oh.
I feel so bad for this butler right now. I feel bad for Liam. His fucking parents are parents are both gone right now. Jeez.
He's
Okay,
been
okay.
through worse.
So we have a plan.
Ooh.
We're gonna take this to Mycelians. We're gonna see if they can use magic and/or science to backtrack it to any possible what substance this could be, if it came from a creature, what creature type. Peak suspicions right now are that it is a rogue, probably a member of another family.
No ransom note or anything?
Now, there's no way they would leave a ransom note. Clearly, whoever did this wanted to cover their tracks and make it look like nothing happened.
It was Zorro.
It was Zorro.
I see any
But-
3/mark Z's on the wall?
True! The 3 Z's.
Yeah, you don't know how you missed it, but there were 3 Z's there, and then it said Zorro was here.
I go track down the bard known as
Us,
Antonio
booze.
Banderas.
Who was your favorite? Okay, anyways. But, anything else you guys would like to do here today?
I mean, I'll quickly, like, shoot the butler. Never mind. The butler wouldn't know about any associations with other rogue families. We already talked about that earlier. Let's go out. Let's go back to Joybomb Estate and hit up the Mycelians about this.
What a nice little cafe. When was the last time we all went out to eat as a group?
It's been a while.
I don't have any money.
To stay myself and only do it for the sake of partaking in the vibes.
No, we have more important things to do. They're the Mycelians!
Hey, nothing is more important than coffee.
Is that true?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Look, man, I tried coffee for the first time last week, and whew, I cannot believe I went thousands of years without it.
You keep saying that. You're pretty freaking old, dude.
I mean, if I'm being real, I'm only guesstimating here. Obviously, there's no real way of knowing how long I existed. It just felt like a really long time.
In reality, it was only like 5 days.
True. We'll never
5
know.
cosmic minutes.
5 cosmic minutes.
Like
Maybe
a
time works
regular minute.
differently when you're in deep space.
And... Oh, excuse me, what did you guys say? Where did you guys say you were gonna do?
Going back to the
Mycelians.
Joybomb Estate. Does the so
Okay.
the Joybombs and the Mycelians. The Mycelians have mages that operate with us, but
Yes.
between the Joybombs and the Mycelians that we know, are there any like scientists?
No.
Okay.
The
So-
closest to a scientist is the butchers.
Okay.
You could
So
also
we'll be
theoretically
working with
bring
this
that up to me and I
purely
might
through,
let
like-
you know that I have contact with the song through a magic ring.
True. So if we really need scientists, I was only going scientists because like I assume first we're gonna use the magic/divination route to see if we can figure out like what kind of creature this oil came from or like what kind of material it is. But if that fails, then I guess there's always, science. And I don't know how developed science is in your world. Is it possible to like determine the DNA of something through a sample?
No.
Okay, magic it is.
We love magic!
We love
The
magic.
broad sciences, people have taken most of their science outwards.
Yeah. I probably more prioritize the things of like arcane batteries,
Yeah, things like that.
weapons fought in the great wars overseas, whatever the fuck the vampires are doing right now.
Yes. But you head to the Joy Bomb.
Vampires.
At this point, it is nightfall, and the sort of sect of Mycelians are. The kids seem to be playing a game with the older individual, sort of watching closely, making sure that nobody gets hurt. You notice they are at insane speeds, sort of throwing what looks to be like a star-shaped ball. A star-shaped, like, hacky sack, more or less. and they're just throwing it amongst each other. And it's just sort of increasing in speed with every one.
I'll go up to the teacher figure. I'll kind of just like wait there and sit for a couple of minutes, just letting the kids play the games and just letting him do his job. And then
And
after, yeah,
after a moment, he sort of turns to you. They stop right before he turns, and he says, "Captain, what can I do for you?"
sorry to have more work cut out for you so soon, but I might need you and your compatriots to look
I'll
into
be right
something
back
to see if
again.
we can-
Same
gotcha.
deal.
See if we can ascertain what kind of substance it is and where it came from.
Hmm. That is possible. Why? What is this substance? It depends.
I pull out the container with the swath of cloth with the oil on it. This is well, it's linked back to somebody we need to find.
Hmm. It's hmm. It's possible, with very little chance of success, but who are you looking for?
As much as I wish that I could tell you and not make you feel like I'm leaving you in the dark, I think for this particular case, some discretion is definitely needed. Conspiracy stuff, you know what I mean?
I see. I can do some research for you. I'll just need the sample.
I hand it over to him.
And it may take a bit. I need to prepare the right spells.
How long do you think we're talking?
Hmm. Tomorrow?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. And with that, he takes it and he has a sort of you notice his sort of component pouch, and he opens that up and places it there.
Okay.
And what you guys doing now?
Well, Redrin, is there anything else you need to do? Because I need to be in town for at least the next 2 days so I can pick up that information on what he got off the substance tomorrow, and then I have something I need to pick up with Myrtle in 2 days' time from now.
Nothing I can think of that I need to do.
You know a lot about weird, esoteric stuff, so it
Yeah.
honestly might be helpful if you, whenever they tell us about the substance when they give it back, maybe you might know something that I don't. So I prefer to have you be more hands-on with that if you don't mind too much. As for the Myrtle ordeal, I kind of got to do that myself for the sake of stuff. If you wanted, you and who am I kidding? I need to stop hiding things from people. I'm too paranoid right now. I'm sorry. Okay, so hear me out, Redrin. In 2 days, I am going to break Nameless out of prison.
Why?
She's one of us. I know she backstabbed you once, but that was before you were a joy bomb and before I gave her a raise and promoted her.
I don't. Was I with you when you were told that she accessed our accounts? I don't think so.
You weren't there.
You weren't,
Okay.
but the way Copernicus sees it right now, he wants to free uh Nameless so that he can figure out why she did it, because as far as he knows, it's entirely possible that she could have known something he doesn't.
I won't stop you. Don't think I could, even if I wanted to.
You probably could. you got some tricks up your sleeve, but I
But-
respect you for supporting my decision.
Wow.
All I'm saying,
If you want to go get her, let's get her now.
I prefer to be a bit more discreet about it if we're gonna bust her out. That's why I had I commissioned Myrtle to make 2 invisibility potions. That way I could take one, sneak in there, you know, pick the lock of her cell, feed it to her, and get out.
I think Prison Break might be a little more complicated than that. But
Yeah, I think so too.
sometimes the world does us favors. And maybe removing someone like Nameless might be not all bad.
I understand what you're talking about, but when I look at Nameless, I see well, to be frank, I see an asset. I see a lot of
You
talent
see
and
ass.
finesse that could be used in our favor, turned into something good for us.
I hope the effort's worth it. I can assist you with this.
If this does bite me in the ass, and if I suffer consequences,
It
for
will.
betraying her, I will let both of you give me an absolute earful, as much I told you so as you want.
So,
Just want to.
Like 50 sessions later. Hey, remember that time where I told you that would bite you in the ass?
you think that you can break into the prison and free her by yourself?
Well, I would have invisibility potions from Myrtle.
And that's it.
Well, I may be oversimplifying it, but if you have invisibility and you have the means to pick a lock, well, getting into places can't be that hard, right?
I look over at Retry, and I just bust out laughing. No way! No way!
Chris, we live in a society.
That is true.
And magically gifted individuals are very common in this society.
Oh yeah.
The
Not gonna
invisibility spell is not what we would call challenging.
You know
And
what?
I feel
You're
as
right.
though a prison might have some safeguards to prevent such a simple escape from happening. Though, it depends, I guess, on what kind of prison she's in. If she's just in, the holding cell for the drunkards, yeah, I'm sure you can get her out.
You make
If
a good
she's
point.
You're talking about
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
blank, they probably put her in some maximum security stuff. Knowing her.
Would
Well,
they?
knowing her, she's probably actually already out.
Mm,
See, this is why the
She
three
did
of us
take
work together.
she did take about 20,000 gold pieces off of me without me noticing. And I notice most things.
That is true.
Yeah, he is very.
Another way I want to.
What's passive perception again?
10 plus
it's in
proficiency plus wisdom.
proficiency plus wisdom.
Okay, cool. So I have a passive perception of fucking 17.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I
damn.
I notice most things, and she did it without me. I'm sure if she needs a way out, though, I guess in that same vein, the effort might be something she looks upon favorably if you really think she's that much of an asset. I disagree, but that's why we're different people.
I mean, think about it this way. She has single-handedly been one of the biggest problems for you two over the time that I've
You
known
two?
and heard your stories and tales.
I don't have a problem with her. I think she's pretty
Almost
cool.
killed me, but to be fair, I did try to kill her first.
Yeah, you kind of did it to yourself a
did
little
I?
bit.
But you also really hate her. I don't even think you hate Encephalon that much.
Why would I hate Encephalon? He did nothing wrong.
Huh?
Encephalon did nothing wrong.
Copernicus doesn't have a
300
face,
is
but
a really big number.
you just know the expression that he's making at you, even though he doesn't have a face. You just-
In the grand scheme of things, Encephalon acted in accordance to his nature. I don't really believe he did anything wrong. Not right, for sure. But Encephalon wasn't acting out of what I assume was greed or malice. He was doing what was best for his people.
Well, he did nuke like 600 people's brains, so
I know druids. Wait. No, I don't.
no, you don't know
Not anymore,
anything.
Buster.
There have been druids who would destroy all of civilization if it meant saving a few creatures.
I feel like you just
I'm
made
not
that up.
defending him. Maybe. But I'm not defending him. I'm just saying that if we're to consider all angles, if
I
you
just make
were
a
a mind
very-
flayer, you're honestly going to tell me that you wouldn't.
Well,
Just make a very slow turn to Thatch and then a slow turn back to Redrin.
this has been an
Thin ice. You're on thin ice, buddy.
insightful discussion, but if you're gonna do this by yourself, Redrin, then
I'm not doing shit.
not Redrin, Copernicus, then
I'm a neutral, baby.
I too will take a solo expedition.
What are you up to?
Oh, just gotta see some relatives.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Relatives.
Yeah.
Relative stat?
Yeah.
Are all kobolds related? Every kobold knows each other, right?
I have no horse in this race, nor am I going to make any assumptions.
Mm.
Also,
Wait, Thatch, you
You're right.
are just a kobold, right? Like, as far as, like, looking at you would...
he's a
Kobold
kobold with
with
wings.
Wings
that's because he
now.
drank
He didn't
dragon.
always.
Yeah.
He didn't always have wings.
But yeah,
Look,
he
I'm
was
gonna be
with-
honest. You're right. I shouldn't do this alone. I'm sorry, boys. Ever since Encephalon's death, I've just had a lot of eyes on me, and I've been very paranoid and trying to keep my cards very close to my hand. And I guess I've made the mistake of keeping some cards from you two as well. That's my bad. I'm sorry.
You're your own person.
You
I
do
mean,
know
we
we're
all have
like
our secrets.
all in this
Three of us-
together, though,
yeah.
right?
The three of us have been through a lot.
We're
and
all
we've
in this together.
accomplished a lot
Let it
together.
show.
So let it show. I think I know the two of you have a rocky relationship with Nameless, and I don't expect you to fully support me breaking her out of jail. But if I know you two bring a lot to the table and can do things I can't. So I think if the three of us work together, we could have a good shot at taking her out. First, I just need to figure out where she's incarcerated. Let me ask Fervorous about if he knows anything. He was the one who told me that she got incarcerated in the first place. Maybe he knows where.
Maybe.
Oh, Fervorous, and I just look around for Fervorous.
and he is manning the bar right now. Seems to be fairly busy.
And I give Redrin a wink, and I slip out the window and fly away.
Why are you winking at me? I don't know what that means.
Kidding.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Udrig's lighthouse.
Actually, IRL?
No, but I'm debating it.
What's
Okay.
at Udrig's Lighthouse?
Portal to hell.
It's
Huh.
closed right now. It would be closed right now.
Yeah, I know.
He's not there, so it doesn't fucking matter.
I would just go and wait.
And
But I'm
so-
kidding. I'm not doing that. So what?
I'll wait for when Fervorous isn't too busy.
Okay, and you see a sort of lull in the moment, and he notices you seeing. What can I do for you?
Hey man, you told me that got locked up. Do you know where?
Also, you have mail. But yes, he was taken off continent.
Oh my God! No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Nigga! Get fucked!
Right. So about that mail.
It's a package from the Hemon family.
The who?
One of
What
the
family?
Hemon.
Hemon?
If it's Miss Flutterly's head, I'm leaving this campaign.
How do you spell that, by the way, CD? The Hemon family?
Hammond?
Hemon. Hemon.
Oh, like just Haman, but with an E. I got you.
Yeah. Not much else that I know of. We didn't read your mail.
Respect it. So just this package and anything else?
No.
Okay. Everything's still smoothing, sailing smoothly around here. I know I've kind of been in and out pretty fast, but just had a lot to do. I'm gonna take that as everything is fine. See you later.
Trying.
And all right.
I'm going to. Is Thatch gone? Like actually?
No, I was joking.
Oh, okay, I got you. I'll go to Thatch and Roger and say, is this like a box or a letter or what?
It is a box. Yes.
I'm gonna hold the box and I'm gonna say, one of the other families sent this. You think we should go open this in the captain's quarters?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Lego. And I'll just start heading up to the captain's quarters with them.
All right. And you climb the sort of the flight of stairs up.
Ooh, that does a number on my legs. We should really invest in changing how we get up and down.
You don't like working out?
Well, I don't exactly have muscles, so all it really does is just make me a little tired.
I don't have muscles, so obviously I get tired.
Okay,
I mean, I
then.
still have energy.
You're my energy.
I'll kind of like just, when we get to the top, I'll just sit like near one of the terrariums, and I'll almost kind of like a kid opening up a Christmas present. I'll just like go cross-legged, sit down, and sit the box in front of me.
You open the box, sort of unlatch it. There's a sort of suctiony sh to it, and as you open it, you see staring back at you the severed head of Miss Flutterly.
No fucking way. This nigga is not for real.
He said that, and I was like, "That's
Lying.
crazy."
You're lying.
Are you
Tell
being
me,
serious right now?
I am being for real.
tell me the truth. What's in the box?
The severed head.
Tell me the truth. What's in the box?
What's in the box?
The severed head of Miss Flutterly.
I choose
I-
to believe that it's a nice vintage red, aged for about 100 years.
Along
Okay.
with a small letter. Really more of a business card.
Before you can even get to the letter, I am raging. I'm picking up Copernicus and Redrin, like just in one motion, just like pulling them to their feet. I mean this with every bone in my body. Tomorrow, with or without you, I leave to kill every member of the Hammond family.
And we can call it there.
Can I at least read the letter first?
Oh, yes.
Okay, huge, nothing.
Fine. You read the ledger, and it reads a simple, "We don't take kindly to outside influences."
A true polymorph into an ancient red dragon.
Yes.
I'm coming.
I'm crying.
That is. rough.
That's toxic. That's toxic.
That's very. Rough.
All right.
I was
I would stay
literally
here and have a
going to
conversation.
clear her name.
Think about how hard I was like holding it in as you guys were doing all of this investigating, and I was like, they don't know.
Ah, that's so painful.
You're a
All right,
piece of
fuck you
shit.
guys, I'm going to play Smite. I'll see you next week.
Crying.
Smite.
Alright, boys. No, I'm not gonna bounce yet.